We accept that you can separate boys and girls, and we are now looking at the definition of a girl, and we're saying only people who were girl assigned at birth qualify.
Well, I'll tell you, Dana, this day is exciting. It is long overdue. They're not going to be hearing oral arguments on if states must allow women to have sex-based rights and equality. That's not what they're hearing. They're deciding on if states even can allow for women to have rights.
Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Let's go to Ketanji DEI Brown. They should have never selected this woman to be a Supreme Court justice. There's a plethora of intelligent, qualified black women, and Ketanji Brown Jackson ain't one of them. And let me tell you why she's not qualified. And then she about 4'11", 4'8". She a little weirdo. I saw her on stage, I said, oh, dang, she little and weird. And then she's saying stuff like this. Pull up on the screen. Put this hamburger heifer on the screen. And the only reason I'm saying this about Ketanji Brown, because I have respect for justice. This woman is silly. If she was a respectable woman, I wouldn't even say this to her. I don't care if she was a Democrat or not. But you don't get respect for me talking like this.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever Googled your own name? Do it sometime, and I promise you'll be shocked of how much of your private information is out there, your address, phone number, even your family details. And here's the crazy part. Data brokers and random websites are selling your information without your consent. That's where Incogni comes in. Incogni tracks down and removes personal information or your personal data from hundreds of data broker sites, the ones that collect, sell, repost your information for profit. And now with Incogni's custom data removal, you can maximize your online privacy. That means if you find your personal information on any site, you could just send Incogni the link and their privacy experts will handle the rest. It's that simple. Remember, a VPN protects your data from going out, but Incogni removes what's already out there. They can't harm you if they can't find you. And this isn't some shady privacy gimmick. Incogni's custom data removal process was verified by Deloitte, proving they actually get results. Take your privacy back with Incogni. Use code Tatum and get 60% off an annual plan at incogni.com/Tatum. That's incogni.com/Tatum. Protect your privacy today.
This woman is silly. If she was a respectable woman, I wouldn't even say this to her. I don't care if she was a Democrat or not. But you don't get respect for me talking like this. Let me play the clip real quick and I'll get back to what I was gonna say. Roll it.
You have the overarching classification, everybody has to be, play on the team that is the same as their sex at birth. But then you have a gender identity definition that is operating within that, meaning a distinction, meaning that for cisgender girls, they can play consistent with their gender identity. For transgender girls, they can't.
So I think that, okay.
Before Michael say something, What is a cisgender girl? Ketanji, you're a woman, right? What you talking about? You are you do not represent the people of color well. What do you mean cisgender? There's no such thing as cisgender. But because you are a simp and a little weirdo and you got to capitulate to fake justice for gender identity, you gonna say whatever you need to say and just divorce yourself from logic. She the same fool that when she was getting her confirmation hearing, what is a woman? And she go, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. And the guy said, what do you mean? You don't need to be a biologist to know what a woman is. Ain't you a woman? I don't know how to answer that question. You ain't gonna make heaven. That's my new term. You ain't gonna make heaven. Because I don't like to say people going to hell, but you ain't gonna make heaven acting like this. And she talking about cisgender and all that. This is what a woman is saying. You women out there, how y'all support a woman like this? She the first black woman. She don't even rock with y'all like that. She out here letting men take y'all position. Come on, let Michael speak. Roll it.
As to the part about your ability to pass over from boy to girl, where
Yes.
you can go from one way but not the other, I want to be clear that BPJ is not challenging that specific classification. I think that's important to start with. But I think, if anything, that's useful evidence as to the lack of a transgender-based discrimination, because if the legislature were just sort of unsettled by the notion of transgender athletes, I think the answer would have been to then bar them from
No, I
passing over in any
appreciate
way
that.
consistent with their gender.
I appreciate that. I guess I was getting at the what I understood the Chief Justice to be trying to
Right.
discuss, which was this notion that this is really just about the definition of who we accept that you can separate boys and girls, and we are now looking at the definition of a girl, and we're saying only people who were girl assigned at birth qualify.
Yeah, she get the chirp. Just some people so smart they stupid. Well, maybe they're not actually smart at all. I mean, maybe that's what the real trick is, right? Maybe they're actually stupid, but they just sound educated. Because I think there must be a platform where you say, when you so ignorant that you don't look at nothing, you fall off a cliff of being completely stupid and you can't function in society appropriately. Sometimes when you feel like you're so educated, you think you're smarter than what you really are, and therefore you're so smart you don't have any common sense. You can't think logically. You can't put things in perspective. You're kind of so high-minded that you can't speak to real human existence anymore. You're so devolved in all this ridiculousness and theology and all this stuff, and you don't have a center. So some people, they get so educated, they go to school and they learn all this stuff just to get stupid. And then some people don't learn nothing, and then therefore they remain stupid. One of the two things that happen, you got to have a sweet spot. You got to be intelligent enough to have wisdom. Like there is no intelligence without wisdom, because you can only learn so much. But if you don't have wisdom in the way to apply what you learn, what are you really doing in life?